Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Florida Grand Prix Masters Pro Bikini results. This was a huge show, lots of different age categories for the ladies. These women are so inspirational, so good, so talented. But I have to say, at the end of the day, it was really the show of Angela. She really took home a lot of trophies. Very impressive. So normally this is when I talk about Olympia, but the Masters shows don't qualify you for Olympia. It has to be an open division competition. There is now a Masters Olympia, but that one is a different qualification system. You actually apply for that. So we're not going to talk about qualifying for the Olympia for these. But we will look at the scorecards. So here is our 35 plus. In first place, Angela. Second, Jan. Third, Michelle. Fourth, Nicole. And fifth, Judy. So here's Judy in fifth place. I think she just looks beautiful. I love her hair. I love her eyeshadow, that sultry, smoky eye. She's got beautiful skin. The tan looks gorgeous. I think she has really nice shape. Beautiful hamstrings, great curve to that quad, nice oblique. Like just overall, she looks really lovely, healthy, glowy, nice small waist. That hourglass is really easy to see, that nipped in waist, beautiful shape to her glutes, just awesome. Maybe she could have a little bit more roundness here in this top part of the glute, but I think she's got a lot of nice size. It comes into the hamstring really beautifully. Her hamstrings are very round, very full, just gorgeous. The other thing, perhaps a little tiny bit more of that definition coming through to outline that bit of the glute. The line coming down the quad could be a little easier to see, but overall, I think she looks really fantastic. Beautiful package from top to bottom. Okay, next and fourth is Nicole. You'll recognize her from the Wasatch. So I think the lighting at this show was better than at Wasatch. You see, in particular, there are no shadows over her glutes like you had here. So we get a much better look at her skin, at her curves. However, I do think her posing was a little better here. I liked how exaggerated her hourglass shape was and just how much the lats were wide. Here she looks a little bit more straight up and down. Now, is that a difference in the posing, or is it a difference in the angle of where the photographer is based on where she is standing to highlight her physique for the judges? I don't know. But I do think that at the Wasatch show, you got a little bit more hourglass. Here I think we're getting a bit more rib as well. So perhaps just a little bit over on the lean side. But I do think she has beautiful features. She's to begin with, she's beautifully, stunningly pretty. Gorgeous face, beautiful hair, just lovely long arms, long legs. She looks tall, just beautiful. Maybe a little more size. I felt that at the Wasatch, she had a bit more curve in the hamstrings. But still, she looks stunning. She looks beautiful. The red suit is lovely. And I do still think this was a great fourth place for her. And she's got a particularly impressive back shot. So a very good fourth. Okay, next is Michelle in third. Wow, conditioning is spectacular. I love her midsection. The abs are perfectly drawn on. The obliques are so sharp. She's got detail coming down her hip. She's got detail by her kneecap. She's got all sorts of lines coming through on the quads. Her shoulders look beautiful. I love it. I think it looks awesome. I think her posing is really nice too, so it highlights that roundness in her glute. Beautiful width to her upper body. I love her makeup. She looks so pretty. Big full lips, perfect color, great long hair. To me, she just looks so good. She looks athletic. Her posing is lovely. The blue suit is gorgeous. I think she's amazing. I really like her package. I love how flat and smooth her midsection is, and I love the conditioning. All right, next is Jan in second place. So a big difference now from what we just saw. She has a lot more roundness, fullness, softness to her lines than we saw with our third place winner. You're not getting that crazy detail in the legs. She does have detail. We see the line. We see a little bit coming through here. We've got a nice shape in her arms, but definitely not quite so hard. And it's a beautiful look on her. You'll recognize her, of course, from the Charlotte, where she took home a couple first places. So she's doing extremely well. Her waistline looks really good, nice and small, beautiful S curve, and her glutes are awesome. Really full, really round, right from the tip of her suit to her hamstring. And her hamstrings are gorgeous as well. Great fullness. So I like this about her. She's got a little bit more of that soft and full look, and it just is beautiful. Great purple suit, lovely makeup. I do think a slightly different color of the lip would be good, just to brighten it up and maybe coordinate a little more with the brightness of her suit. But otherwise, she looks amazing. Okay, Angela in first place. I'm going to be saying that a lot. She really did fantastic at this show. And you know the first thing that I noticed? The lipstick. Are you kidding me? Absolutely beautiful. I love the red. What a beautiful change. It's a minor detail, but man, does it ever make her look polished. I really notice her smile. I think it looks amazing. Now, her physique, that's pretty amazing too. The first thing that I noticed about her body were the delts. That shape in this arm in particular really came through. I didn't notice it as well here, but I noticed that curve, the roundness, the fullness, the shape in her arms, that little bit of a twist in her, opening the elbow really looks good. It really accentuates her delts. Beautiful lat. That curve in her back is extremely easy to see. That S curve, that hourglass shape, amazing. The delt is in a great line with her glutes, so her proportions look perfect. She's got great curve, she's got great fullness, but she also has good definition. The obliques are super sharp. You've got the line coming down the leg. You've got that definition by the kneecaps, a little bit of a line in the back leg. Calves look very full, easy to see. Like she just nailed everything. The makeup, the hair, the posing, the tan. She did a great job. Okay, now here's everyone side by side, a little squished, but you get to see everybody and they all look amazing. I feel like Nicole needs to open up a little more, really let us see that hourglass a bit better. Don't obstruct the glute with the hand. I notice Jan's hamstrings, just how full and round they are. I notice Angela's glute, the beautiful shape. I noticed the midsection on Michelle and just how amazingly defined her abs are. And Judy, I notice her quads. I think she's got some nice size, beautiful definition coming through on the back. Just gorgeous. I really like how pumped Michelle's upper body is. She really is posing to the max and it looks really good. All right, now from behind, wow, this is impressive. I think Michelle could have a bit more size. I really notice that her upper body has a bit more width than the glutes. So she could have a bit more size in the glutes, maybe even narrow the stance so that the legs have an appearance of a little bit more fullness. There's just so much space in between that to me, I'm losing some of the size. However, standing far apart does help to create a bit more balance. So it is a bit of a tricky one. I think overall, just a bit more muscle mass in her lower body would help to balance out with the upper. Judy, I think she has a lot of size in her lower body. It is a nice balance, but a little bit more conditioning to really pull out the glute ham tie-ins, outline that shape of the glutes a bit more. Angela really nailed it. The tie-ins are very visible. The glutes look tight. Her waist is so small and the delts are just amazing. Great hourglass shape and beautiful size in her legs. Eon in second, I think also has a really great shape. Her waist might not be as teeny as Angela's, but she's got really nice shape in the glutes, great curve to her legs, and beautiful conditioning. So you got some detail coming down the back of her legs. Nicole, man, those delts are awesome. Really great shape, nice small waist, beautiful glutes. But I think Angela just had the most amazing hourglass and really good conditioning. So it was gorgeous. And I love everybody's hair. Great shapes, great lengths, great colors. Beautiful. Okay, moving on to 40 plus. First place, Angela. Second, Eon. Third, Judy. Fourth, Nicole. And fifth, Deborah. So here's Deborah in fifth. Oh man, I love this purple suit. I think it is extremely flattering. She just looks glowy and beautiful. It's a gorgeous color on her. I also love the slight change she did to her hair. It's a little bit more symmetric. I like that it's not covering her eye quite so much. It's just beautiful. She is very tall. She's got a lot of size. Her legs in particular are very big, beautiful muscle. I just think she could have a little bit more roundness to the top of the glute up here, and maybe a little bit more of that conditioning so you could see the line coming down a little better down the leg. She's got a nice groove up here. She's got some nice detail in the back leg, but just a little bit more coming through on the line. Nice obliques, good posing. She looks beautiful. All right, we've already seen Nicole. We've seen Judy, we've seen Eon, and then in first place, once again, Angela. So here's the lineup. I think you can see what I mean about Deborah. She's very tall, lots of size in her legs. But then again, when I scan the whole lineup, it's a little bit more of a curve in the hamstring in Eon, little bit more definition coming through on Angela, little bit more of that shape to the glute on Judy, for example. Nicole, you notice a tiny waistline. So Deborah definitely has beautiful size, but just needs a little bit more of the conditioning and a little bit more of the shape. From behind, gorgeous. Again, Angela, that hourglass shape looks really spectacular. I do think Eon looks really good in this picture. Really nice hourglass shape. It's interesting to me that Judy and Nicole aren't in the same order as they were before. Judy managed to come ahead in this age category, but I do think she looks beautiful here. Really nice. The balance in the legs to the glutes, great delts, but Nicole looks amazing as well. And Deborah, I think she's got some nice fullness in the glutes here, but just needs a little more conditioning in the back of the legs. All right, 45 plus. First place, Angela. Second, Eon. Third, Sandra. Fourth, Judy. And fifth, Sophia. So here's Sophia in fifth place. Beautiful suit. Love the blue with her dark hair. Her hair is lovely. It's long and very thick, but it's still off of the shoulders, so we see those beautiful delts. She's got a nice hourglass shape from the delts down to the waist. I do think she needs more fullness here in the top of the glute. She's got some nice size, particularly at the bottom, but she needs more size and more roundness up at the top. Great size and curve to the hamstring. Nice detail coming through on that back leg. You got a good oblique coming through. So just a little bit more glute. And I think she needs to be careful that this hand is not pulling her down and making the shoulders unlevel. You want to keep that symmetry. So beautiful overall. A nice fifth place. Judy, we've already seen. Here's Sandra in third. She looks fantastic. Love the suit color. Her tan is not quite dark enough. I think she could have come in even with another layer, particularly when you see her in the lineup. Beautiful hair. That little bit of a highlight by her face really lightens everything up. I think she's got gorgeous definition. I love how well you see the detail in her back shoulder. Her abs look amazing. Great obliques, really smooth and flat stomach, great detail coming through on the legs, really nice as well on the front leg. She's got a good size to her glute here at the bottom, though again, I do think she could have a little bit more of the roundness at the front, the top, I mean. Nice posing. She's really showing off that hourglass shape. She is another one who needs to be careful that the arm is not pulling down the delts just to keep those level. But I do like the way that she's posing so that you do get to see a lot of that back shoulder. Often the girl's back shoulder are really hard to see because they're so pointing towards the backstage. So I do like her posing quite a bit. And then Eon in second and Angela once again in first. So here's the side-by-side. You'll see what I mean about Sandra could have a bit darker of a tan, but overall she's got some nice size, really the amount of muscle in her legs is very impressive, but certainly needs a little bit more roundness to the top of the glute. Sophia, actually in this picture, I think her glutes look very nice and full and round, and her quads look beautifully outlined, but I don't think she has the smallness and flatness in her midsection like you see on some of these other competitors. But overall, a really gorgeous top 5. And then from behind, you'll see Judy and Sophia switched places. Again, no one really can beat Angela. She's got such a small waist. She's got great conditioning. I do think Sandra's conditioning looks really good from behind. The tie-ins, the hamstrings. Sophia, I thought, could have a little bit of length cut off the bottom of her hair. But overall, this is so impressive. Masters, wow. Okay, 50 plus. In first place, Angela. Second, Eon. Third, Sophia. Fourth, Michelle. And fifth, Jacinta. Okay, so here's Jacinta in 5th place, looking beautiful in a red bikini with red lips. Oh, makes my heart just so big. I love seeing that. It looks beautiful. She's got a great tiny waist, really nice midsection. Her skin looks beautiful. I love the gloss that she has here, highlighting that dip, that definition in the hip. I think she's got a really good hourglass shape, but a little bit more definition would have been good, just to really outline the muscles in her arms a bit more, outline a little bit more that line, the groove coming down her quad. But I think she's got beautiful size. Really, her limbs look long. Also, I thought that this hand could come a little higher and the elbow could be more outwards. So just to draw your eye up to that hourglass shape and really make the upper body look wide. But overall, I think she looked really beautiful. Okay, next is Michelle in 4th. Wow, very muscular. I really notice her delts. This delt looks so full and round, gorgeous. Nice lats, nice smooth shape to her hourglass and her back. Though again, I think she could have a little bit more fullness to the glutes. She's got good size. It's just a little bit not full and round enough for my taste. I think she's got really nice definition for the amount of size she has in her legs. Really good detail coming through in the hamstring, in this back leg here. Great suit, beautiful makeup. Love her hair as well. It's full, it's off her shoulders. The other thing that I really noticed in the lineup in particular is just I think she should play with the placement of this foot because it's hiding a lot of this back leg. So maybe if she pulled it out just a little bit more, then I'd be able to see even more of her physique. But I think she looks amazing. And we've already seen Sophia in 3rd, Eon in 2nd, and Angela in 1st. So here's the ladies side by side, just beautiful. I do think you'll agree with me that Michelle could have a little bit more of that fullness and size in the glute just to balance out with those amazing delts. I really notice Eon's hourglass shape and just her beautiful curves. Same with Angela, you really notice that curve to her back. I think Sophia looks really beautiful here. Lots of nice detail coming through. Very muscular legs. And Jacinta, I think, just needs a little bit more pizzazz in the posing. I would definitely pump up the upper body and really try to make that hourglass shape more visible. And definitely don't cover the glute with the hand. Then from behind, you're still drawn to Angela. Just the balance in her legs with the glutes, her tiny waist. Although again, I do think Eon looks very impressive as well. Really nice fullness in her quad sweep. Jacinta needs a bit more conditioning to pull out the glute ham tie-ins and really make the glutes look very tight. Same with Michelle, just a little bit more tightness in those glutes and a little bit more of the tie-ins to show would be fantastic. All right, 55 plus. In first place, Michelle, second, Deborah, and third, Shelly. So here's Shelly in third place. Beautiful black suit. Wow, very striking with that black curly hair. I like it. I think it looks so good. And then the red lips, beautiful. I would definitely make the foundation a little bit darker just to match the tan a bit more. But overall, this look is wow, really, really eye-catching, different than anybody you have ever seen on stage before. I think she looks amazing. Great size. Her glutes look awesome. Beautiful size in the legs. I think her conditioning might have been a little bit tighter at the Charlotte Pro, or, you know, it could be the lighting too, but I do think you see a bit more detail in that back leg, even down by the knee. This groove looked a little deeper than what we're seeing here, but I do like that she has a lot of curve in the hamstring. She looks great. Nice small waist. Beautiful full delts. I think her delts look really good, even better than they did at the Charlotte Pro. Just a nice roundness. She looks fantastic. I think at the end of the day, maybe a little more size to the muscles in her arms, the bicep and triceps, and just a little bit more tightness coming through in the midsection, and she would be really, really extra incredible. Next, in second place, is Deborah. Absolutely gorgeous. I love her hair. It's so big, voluminous. You'll recognize her from the Charlotte Pro. She's just doing amazing. And I think she looks fantastic. And the biggest change, well, two things. Number one, her foot is pointing more forward, and man, does that ever give you a good look at her quad. I love it. I think it also makes her glutes look really tight, really full, really high. This is a huge improvement to me. It's a subtle change, but it looks really good. The other thing you notice, of course, is a change in the suit. I love the red. I think it looks really fantastic, but I don't know if I'm crazy about the cut. There's definitely more coverage in the pink suit than there is here. I think I prefer the cut of the pink, but the color of the red. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. And, you know, she could have probably gone even more red with the lips, too, just to tie it together. But overall, I think her physique looks amazing. I'm loving this tweak to the pose. Beautiful conditioning in her legs. Nice curve to her waist. And beautiful size. And then in first place, Michelle, who we've already seen. So here are the ladies side by side, really impressive. Michelle here, I notice the legs, just the size in her hamstrings, but I do again think that she could just pull the leg a little bit more out, like how Deborah and Shelly are. I think Deborah could go more on her toe. Shelly being up on the toe really is a pretty shape to the lower body. Shelly, I think, just needs a little bit more fullness and roundness in that glute compared to Deborah. In this picture, I think Michelle's glutes have a really nice round shape, and you are noticing that nice curve in her back. But again, I do think she could pull a little bit more forward to show us a bit more of her physique rather than being so sideways and so closed off with the legs. And now from behind, these women are so amazing. I'm noticing the detail on Michelle's back. She's got some good size, nice width. So she really does a good job of pulling out that hourglass shape where the delts are wide, the glutes are wide, and the waist is nice and narrow. I think Deborah's hair is covering up too much of her body, so I'm losing some of that hourglass shape. She might even be bending forward a bit too much, but she does have beautiful fullness and roundness in her glutes. Shelly, I think, has great size in her legs. The inside of her thighs look really nice. Good definition also in the hamstrings, but she just needs a little bit more fullness and tightness in the glutes to make a bit more of that round shape. All right, and now finally, the 60 plus. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. First place, Deborah, second, Shelly, and third, Tracy. All right, so here's Tracy in third place. Wow, her skin looks so smooth. She looks amazing, beautiful, just gorgeous overall look. Great suit, lovely earrings. I like the hair being pulled back, beautiful makeup, the lips match the suit. I think her posing looks really good. The way that the back arm is really high, it's level with her belly button, so my eye's drawn up. I think she just needs a bit more size, so a bit more of the fullness and roundness to the glute, and then even a little bit more size in the legs. She could have a bit more sweep to the front quad, and then the same thing that I said before about Michelle, she could pull this foot a little bit more forward so that we see more of the muscle in that back leg. I think by having a little bit more size in the glute, it would allow you to notice her hourglass shape a bit better. She definitely has beautiful lats and she's got a nice width to her upper body, but I'm noticing more of a straightness rather than that S curvy shape. But still, I think she looks really good. She's got a great overall presentation, her package, the suit, the hair. She looks beautiful. And Shelly, we've already seen. And Deborah, we've seen. Deborah in first place. Very cool. So here are the ladies side by side. I think you can see what I mean about Tracy as a little bit more of an upright stance, whereas you see that hourglass, that curve in the back of Deborah and Shelly, just a little bit better. So maybe by tweaking the posing, trying to pop the hip a little more, she could get a bit more shape to come through. I'm noticing a lot that delt on Shelly, just beautiful. And I think Deborah's midsection looks really nice here. She looks very small, beautiful shape, gorgeous. And from behind, Deborah for sure has really good shape to those glutes. Nice and tight, nice and round. I think Tracy could have a bit more hair just to have a bit more of that bikini look, cover up a little bit more of the back, and certainly a bit more fullness and roundness in the glutes would be great. But overall, what an amazing Masters Florida Grand Prix this has been. And of course, there are a lot more shows coming up this month. It's very busy, so make sure you subscribe. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below what you thought about these amazing Masters Bikini athletes. And come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.